right now. He's there for certain programs that have been lined up for him, but those are the visuals coming in. He's at a local temple offering visits. He's also going to be participating in the 27th National Youth Day Festival, but this is the Prime Minister's visit to the state of Maharashtra, specifically in Nasik. The visuals on your screen right now. The Prime Minister is there in the state to inaugurate various development schemes, to lay the foundation stone of multiple development projects, more than about 30,000 crore rupees. This includes the Eastern Freeway, Orange Gate to Marine Drive, also the longest sea bridge in the country, the Atal Setu. Also, it's a significant boost for the state as far as the connectivity is concerned. Right now, he's at a local temple where he's offering his prayers. It's the Ram Mandir in Maharashtra, Nashik district, where the Prime Minister is offering his prayers. But that's the update coming in. We'll get you more details about the visit of the Prime Minister and what to expect. Let's listen in to the visuals coming in.
और बस अब इंतजार किया जा रहा है प्रधानमंत्री का, जब वो कार्यक्रम में शामिल होने के लिए वहां पहुंचेंगे। राष्ट्रीय युवा महोत्सव, इस बार आपको बता दें कि 27वां राष्ट्रीय युवा महोत्सव मनाया जा रहा है। 12 जनवरी से लेकर 16 जनवरी तक का ये कार्यक्रम रहेगा।
Cutting across to my colleague Payal, who is with us on the broadcast. Payal, the Prime Minister in the city of Nasik in the state of Maharashtra to take part in the 27th National Youth Festival. What does the program of the Prime Minister look like?
Anusha, if you could repeat your question, please.
We were talking about the visit of the Prime Minister. The visuals on our screen right now, the Prime Minister is in Nasik offering prayers at a local temple in the city. And we were also talking about, Payal, the various development projects that the Prime Minister is set to inaugurate while he participates in the 27th National Youth Festival.
Well, this is a classic example of the Prime Minister's Day, which involves Vikas and Vishwas both. Obviously, he's brought in a lot of development projects. The ambitious Atal Tunnel, Atal Bridge, which is going to be dedicated to the people of Mumbai, is going to make their life much more easier as well. Several other rail and road projects that the Prime Minister, in fact, will be inaugurating and in fact dedicating to the state of Maharashtra. Today, it tells you a lot about how this government really functions, given the fact that, yes, the Maharashtra is the government which is ruled by the NDA, but, they have been focusing on bringing welfare to the people of the state. And that's the reason these multiple visits, especially this visit, is extremely significant, Anusha. Just a couple of days ago, the stamp of approval came in from the Speaker saying that the government led by Eknath Shinde was a valid one and there was no need for disqualification of the MLAs in his side, including Eknath Shinde himself. And that they are looking at the further growth journey, because remember, Maharashtra has a double thing to watch out for. Maharashtra will not only poll for the Lok Sabha, which is of a huge chunk of seats, it's 48 seats in the Lok Sabha. Last time, the Shiv Sena led by Uddhav Thackeray and the BJP were in alliance together, and after that they had a fallout. But after this, also, later in this year, also the Maharashtra Assembly elections will take place. The BJP is hoping to make sure that they are able to repeat the performance of the NDA, and that's something which is very, very importantly on the mind of everybody, including the Prime Minister himself. The Prime Minister being BJP's biggest star campaigner and, of course, the biggest race as far as the Lok Sabha 2024 elections are concerned. So, obviously, with his visit to the temple, which actually sets off in a way this journey that we're looking forward to, because remember, today is the 12th of January and the 22nd of January is the consecration ceremony, the Pran Pratishtha ceremony of the Ram Mandir takes place. And the Prime Minister, in an address a short while ago, had mentioned that he is going to begin an 11-day of observance starting today, and his visit to the temple in Panchvati is going to be extremely important with the significance that it has towards the dedication to Prabhu Ram.
Payal, you rightly pointed out the kind of message that the Prime Minister takes to the state of Maharashtra. He's also set to launch the Namo Mahila Sashaktikaran Abhiyan in Maharashtra. When it comes to women-centric schemes, it has been the flagship model of the Narendra Modi government. More so in the state of Maharashtra, this is going to be an important start.
Yes, absolutely. Given the fact that the BJP, Anusha recently has formed a committee which is going to look out into the reach out to the youth and the women. And the women in particular, because the women have changed the dynamics of several elections. You saw what happened in Madhya Pradesh. We've seen what's happened in Bihar in 2020. And that's the reason that feature becomes extremely important, because the BJP this time around in the Lok Sabha will focus on women and youth, and they're going to have multiple programs. The Prime Minister over here, of course, leading the way, not only having inaugurated the Yuva Shakti program, which is, of course, dedicated to Swami Vivekanand, whose birth anniversary is marked today. And he's said to be a beacon as far as the youth is concerned. And of course, the Mahila Sashaktikarana Abhiyan that the Prime Minister is going to begin also is very, very significant. So that's going to be the order of the day. That's going to be the guidelines that the BJP will take forth in the days to come, because we are not too far away from the next Lok Sabha election. The big asset test, given the fact that the Prime Minister is seeking his third term in office, a record in itself, and the BJP-led NDA seeking its third term in Parliament and in the centre as well.
Absolutely. Also, a few steps to bolster the gems and jewelry sector. Prime Minister will inaugurate Bharat Ratnam and new enterprises and services tower at an SEZ. That's another thing to look out for. The bridge that Pal was talking about, Atal Setu, it is the longest bridge in India and also the longest sea bridge in the country, built at a cost of about 17,840 crore rupees. Building infrastructure across the country, whether it's the road connectivity or the rail connectivity, has been a very important task. I believe the Prime Minister is taking part in some bhajans which are happening at the temple right now. We'll just try and dip into the visuals coming in.
वो यहाँ पे देखिए रोड शो के बाद प्रधानमंत्री रामकुंड गए थे और उसके बाद जो कालाराम मंदिर आए हैं। कालाराम मंदिर में जो एक बहुत विशेष चीज होने वाली है वो ये होने वाली है कि जो पुरोहित समाज है और साथ में जो यहाँ के साधु संत समाज है, वहां पे वो उनसे बात करने वाले हैं। ये काफी सिग्निफिकेंट रहेगा, क्योंकि बहुत आप कह सकते हैं कि एक कालावधि के बाद जो है ये मौका नासिक में मिलेगा। हालांकि कई सारे ऐसी चीजें हुई है पिछले कुछ समय में, जब प्रधानमंत्री ने थ्रू वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग कई साधु संत से बात की थी, खास करके जब वो पूरा कॉरिडोर बन रहा था, ज्योतिर्लिंग का जो कॉरिडोर बन रहा था। हम जानते हैं जो 12 ज्योतिर्लिंग देश में है उसमें से एक नासिक में त्र्यंबकेश्वर भी है, तो उसके थ्रू कई बार कम्युनिकेशन हुआ है। लेकिन जो फेस टू फेस कम्युनिकेशन है वो पहली बार जो है आज यहाँ पर होगा। और जो कालाराम मंदिर है यहाँ की विशेषता ये है कि क्योंकि जो राम, सीता और लक्ष्मण यहाँ पे हैं और साथ में जो श्री हनुमान है, इनकी जो पूरी कलाकृति है वो काले रंग की है। तो ये यहाँ की विशेषता है। जिस तरीके से हम देखते हैं महाराष्ट्र में हर जगह की अपनी विशेषता है। अगर आप नांदेड़ जाएंगे तो वहाँ पे आपको हनुमान जी की जो सोए हुए हनुमान जी जो है वो वहाँ पे विराजे हैं। तो हर जगह का महाराष्ट्र का एक कल्चरल, रिच कल्चरल जो हेरिटेज है उसकी एक झलक आपको नासिक में दिख जाएगी। नासिक में कई ऐसे जगह हैं जहाँ पे ये सब चीजें आपको दिखती है और उनमें से कालाराम मंदिर एक है। तो यहाँ पे अभी जो है प्रधानमंत्री जो पूजा अर्चना है वो करने के बाद जो साधु संत हैं उनके साथ उनकी मुलाकात हुई है। मुलाकात के बाद जो यहाँ पे जैसा कि आप बता भी रही थी जो 27th यूथ फेस्टिवल है उसको
Prime Minister is set to take part in the 27th National Youth Festival. My colleague Pallavi is also with us on the broadcast. Pallavi, your thoughts and analysis as far as Prime Minister's visit to Maharashtra is concerned, the various dynamics and the crucial projects that the Prime Minister is set to inaugurate.
And we already heard, and I think the biggest of them all, of course, is the Atal Setu, and what essentially is the pitch coming in from the Prime Minister all along. And look at the way it's being done. At a time when the Prime Minister, for example, early this morning, we heard his YouTube thoughts as far as the Pran Pratishtha on 22nd is concerned. His visiting the Kala Ram Mandir in the Panchvati area near Nashik is concerned. But at the same time, for all the naysayers who say that this government is only obsessed with religion and dividing people along religious lines, the clear-cut messaging which is going in from the Prime Minister today is religion, Astha, definitely, but at the same time, I'm not going to compromise as far as the development projects are concerned, and thereby hangs the reason why Atal Setu is going to be the big program which is going to be unleashed by the Prime Minister. Infrastructural development, easy accessibility across the country, northeast, many areas, Anusha, which have not been so easy to access. All of that is now slowly opening up, and I think this is a very clear-cut messaging coming in from the Prime Minister on a day like today.
Absolutely, a very important messaging coming in from the Prime Minister coming on a day like today. As Pallavi rightly pointed out, the Atal Setu, the longest bridge in India, the longest sea bridge in the country, built at a cost of about 17,840 crore rupees, is going to be very critical and important